Defining success to avoid burnout. Who do you believe is successful? And whose success would you most like to model? The first question may be hard, but the second one is harder. Most people could point to successful people like actors, presidents, captains of industry, and startup entrepreneurs with successes. But that's not an answer about your beliefs about what success looks like for you. It's a generic statement and an ability to reflect what society says success is. The harder question is what success means to you. If you can't define clearly what success means to you, you may find that you end up burned out instead of successful. What about success measures? For some, money is how they measure success. While many people will tell you that money doesn't buy you happiness, and it's true, that doesn't mean that some measure of success can't be found in making money. By the way, money will make you a hell of a deal on a long-term lease on happiness, if you do it right. Money is likely to be an aspect of the way that you want to measure success. However, it's probably not the only measure. Fame is another candidate for a success measure, but it's fickle. One moment, you're on a nationally syndicated television show, and the next, you're scraping by and trying to figure out how to make a living. Some icons of fame have sustained their popularity, but very, very few. Many of the candid interviews with famous people have them lamenting the stalkers, the paparazzi, or the industry for making them conform instead of being allowed to be themselves. Happiness is a great success measure, except for few people know how to achieve it. We are, in fact, lousy at predicting the things that will make us happy and bring us lasting joy. So while it's great in concept, we often marvel at the people who are happy, but whose happiness we can find no way to replicate. Often we find reasons why the life they have and that they're happy with isn't the one we'd like to lead. What about the moving goal? Without a specific targeted measure of success, we're likely to move the goalpost. Money is easy. And if you're like most people, you want to make just a little more money to be happy. The problem is that when you get that next raise or that little bit more money, then you'll want a bit more. Think about how much money you wanted to make when you first got out of school. You're likely making much more than that now, and you're still looking to make a little more, just like the rest of us. Fame can follow a similar trajectory. If you have a few hundred followers, you'd love a few thousand. If you have 1,000, ooh, you'd love to have 10,000. But you've got 10,000 followers, you'd love to have 100,000. You're never famous enough. There's always someone more famous than you, and some opportunity that wasn't offered to you, no matter what the source of your fame is. The thing we've got to do is nail down what we personally mean by success so that we can prevent burnout. What about defining burnout? Well, burnout is typically defined as exhaustion, cynicism, and inefficacy. The key to burnout is those feelings of inefficacy, that there's no way to get free from your current situation. This leads to exhaustion and the question of why you're even bothering to try. It also leads to cynicism because people are cynical about the things that they cannot change. The problem with failing to define the success measures is we keep moving those goals and therefore we never reach them. We feel like we're a failure or we're simply not able to get to the goals because we never see ourselves achieving our goals. So how do we define success and prevent burnout? When you can define what success means to you in clear and concrete terms, you'll give yourself something to measure and a way to show that you've indeed made progress. And that will help you prevent burnout. When you're defining what success looks like, I'd encourage you to not look at your finance, nor the neighborhood you live in, but instead about how you spend your time. Do you get the choice of what to do, or do you have to do things to make money, support an appearance, or remain in good social graces? How much do you get to do the things you enjoy? How are you impacting others and improving their lives? If you can answer these questions and adjust your expectations as situations change, you may find that you're already on your way to success.